And the good Sunday morning pipe smokers. You can see the shadow of the tripod. As if you couldn't already tell, I'm still remodeling the kitchen. That's why I'm downstairs in Pappy's cellar. I'm taking a smoke break, and I got the Firebird Flake in yesterday, so I'll do a quick review on that. Virginia's Orientals dark fired. Diehl quit. Digging at the couch. Give this a crack and see what we got. I'm sure somebody's done review on this already, but I haven't checked any yet. Don't want to be influenced by somebody else's thoughts right off the bat while I'm trying to determine whether or not I like it or not. And I have to tell you, just like the Steamworks yesterday, this has no smell at all. Get down. Diehl's attempting to knock the tripod over. Get down! Nice looking flakes. Just honestly, not much smell at all. Let me get my pipe packed and we'll talk about her. Snow coming down, coffee going down. We're going into a polar vortex now. Been snowing hit or miss every day for the last week or two, and now we're going to like tomorrow and Tuesday, like negative 20, 25 wind chill. I have to say right off the bat that I like it more than Steamworks. Steamworks was a rather heated discussion. Not heated, but I mean, there was a lot of comments on that video yesterday. A lot of people agreed with me. A lot of people said it was their favorites. This goes to show you how different everybody is. I have 4 more tins of this to put in the cellar and let it sit. To me, so far, it's just okay. Average at best. I'm not a big fan of Orientals. There's no Cavendish in this, but I'm not a fan of Cavendish either. And strong Latakia anymore. I'm not a fan of that either. Like I said 100 times before, I think Cornell and Diehl's Easy Times is one of their best Latakia blends. Just enough there. It's not overpowering. I'll certainly let this dry out and sit in a jar for a few weeks, but it was funny on Instagram there last week. Somebody had put a comment about this release on there, and Jeremy Reeves from Cornell and Diehl posted on there because we were talking about Orientals, how they put Orientals in everything because he has such a huge surplus of it, he's trying to get rid of it, is what the guy had commented. And Jeremy got on there and said, in his own quotes, he put, he goes, that's funny. As we speak right this moment, I'm trying to find more Orientals. It's a getting to be a rare scarcity as well, and he can't find any. So I thought that was interesting. Does seem like they put Orientals almost in everything, though. I don't really know what the Virginias are there. You get a little bit of the dark fired Kentucky. A little bit of bold depth. I just think it's the Orientals. I just think the Orientals kill it. Smooth on the retrohale. Right out of the tin, easy to keep lit. Somebody was asking me, well, a couple guys actually yesterday was asking me about my ceiling. And I did that all by myself as well. That's paneling I put up myself. I believe them are 1x6s or 1x8s. And they were plain wood. What I did was I got out my torch and I just burned artificial knots in them. As you can see. Look at them. Look at the knots. I did that all across the... just to give it a little bit more of a fancier look. That's all that is. And somebody else had asked me why I don't do all my reviews down here. Because I'm always out in my shop at this time of day. I would be out banging out some pipes right now. Good news is I'm about 90% finished. This afternoon I'm going to get back out in the shop. Get some work done. Again, can't like everything. Normally I would have bought 10 tins probably, just on the whim, and then you could always trade them away to friends or whatever down the road if you don't like them, but I didn't buy that many. I'm glad I didn't. Just with my palette, this just doesn't meld together to me. It's just hard to see with the rest of the lights off down here. Izmir 2005, Samson, semi-fire cured Kentucky, U.S., dark fired Kentucky, red Virginia, red Virginia, red Virginia. I think it's definitely the Orientals, for me anyway. You had this, leave your thoughts below. And feel free to go back over time and that match blends video I've done. If you come up with any other information, recommendations, try to help somebody else out, what they're looking for. Been working down here, as I said, since Friday. This is what's been on. I can't talk. This is what's been on the plate down here for me while I've been working. Cornell and Diehl Burley Flake number 5. Been smoking the number 4. Gallup Hogarth Dark Bird's Eye. And I've been smoking the Gallup Hogarth Kendall Dark. That's been pretty much the 4 I've been smoking the last 2 or 3 days. So you got to figure my taste buds have been pretty much amped up with them strong blends. This also reminds me of another Cornell and Diehl normal batch regular run blend I'm trying to put my finger on. That actually I just had not that long ago. If I can remember what that is, I'll leave a comment as well. And a guy had asked me yesterday as well what I thought about the HU tobaccos from overseas compared to the HU tobaccos that are in the States. And I told him one that'll really be a good side-by-side will be Director's Cut. Tyler down there in my shop finally got some in. I'm gonna run down today and get a can of that, and I'll compare that to my Director's Cut from Germany, which I'm assuming it's exactly the same. I wouldn't think it's changed in a different market. I don't have much to say about this. It's certainly not bad. It was certainly no reason to crash the site either. There, I said it. Sorry. I wasn't gonna buy any when I seen it had the Orientals in it, and I'm like, something to review. I should have just bought 110. Sweetness, there's a little bit of pepper in there. Baking spices. And again, some of that sour floral notes I'm picking up. I don't know where Diehl went. Oh, he's laying on the couch right in front of me. I feel bad the last 3 days. I've been yelling at him, telling him to get out of the way. He's right underneath my feet. I trip over him when I'm trying to work upstairs. My wife's been at work all weekend. And I know he just wants to play and have attention. You're trying to do something and you turn around, he's right underneath your feet. You about fall on the floor 150 times. As you can see, I'm just rambling now. Don't have much else to say about this. There's a lot of times where I give something a lower score. I'll go back and revisit it, and I would bump it up 2 or 3 more points. Average at best. Have a great what's left of the weekend. What a game last night for those of you who watch football. Awesome. Talk to you boys and girls later.